Is it okay to cry in front of your girl about your harsh moments? If it's not, she's not the one. That's the purpose of a relationship, right? It is not only okay, it is necessary. Otherwise the relationship is doomed to be superficial. Trust the people closest to you with your real feelings and emotions, and they will do the same. Showing emotions has nothing to do with strength or a lack of it. I've done it multiple times. She stuck around, she's the one for me. If you can't cry in front of her, she shouldn't be your girl. But that being said, she isn't your therapist, so throttle your expectations on the help you receive. 2. Many men are taught to bottle it. Take the hit. Dead wrong for so many reasons. Cry it out, and if she has an issue, ship her ass. I would be careful with that. She should be there for you if the relationship is healthy. But oftentimes this is seen as weakness and used against you. Every girl I've cried in front of has cheated or broken up with me. In a relationship you support each other. If she doesn't support you when you need it, then she ain't the one. Also, it's absolutely fine to cry in front of anyone. That man up mentality is ancient. It's good to talk and express your feelings. It totally should be. The guy I'm in a situationship RN has cried multiple times to me. Been very vulnerable. And you know what I do? I let him. I hug him and comfort him. It's not hard being nice and being there for someone you care about. I'm just grateful he's comfortable enough with me to show this side to him. Find someone you can be yourself around. I am so incredibly disappointed in this comment section. But I'm also incredibly sad. It reads like a collection of people who tried to be emotionally vulnerable and were hurt. That sucks. That's horrible. I'm sorry that happened to all of you. But teaching other people that they should bottle these things up is not the way. Of course it's okay to cry in front of your girl. It's okay to cry in front of anyone. Crying is a natural human behavior. It's extremely relieving. Emotional vulnerability is important in a relationship. Why are you with someone if you won't let them into your heart? Why are you with them if you don't want to share your feelings and experiences? If you can't cry in front of someone, they are not your friend. They are not the one. If they react poorly, they are not worth your time. If they tell you that you shouldn't share your feelings with the people that are supposed to care about you, then they're not giving you good advice. That kind of way of looking at the world and relationships is damaging, both to the people around you and especially importantly, to you. If someone leaves you because you were vulnerable in front of them, you should be celebrating as you dodged a massive red flag of a bullet. Absolutely. I hate to see my boyfriend cry. It breaks my heart. But I love talking to him and helping work things out. So many men are taught to bottle things up and be more of a man. Having emotions doesn't make you any less masculine or make you weak. It's important to work through stuff. Blue heart. If a woman mocks you for crying, she's a toxic bitch. This comment section is goddamn horrifying. It is okay. But she may or may not accept that sort of behavior from you. If she doesn't, then she ain't the one. And you've got one more thing to shed a tear over. For the love of God, please be willing to be emotive with your partner. That's why they're there. They're your anchor and vice versa. If you aren't comfortable with it, or if you think they will use it against you, then they're probably not a good partner. I'm so glad to see that so many people say this. Yes. It is completely okay to cry. You are a living human being with completely valid emotions. And you are free to express it, let it out. Especially with your SO. I believe that couples, and friends too, should be there for each other. and comfort, support each other during hard times. People who are only there during the highs, but never at the lows, are not true friends, lovers emo. Especially if they expect you to be there during their lows. However, this doesn't mean someone has to take the role of a therapist, nor does it mean people are free to disregard boundaries. But if someone tells you to man up, or something of that nature, well, they are not good for you to be around. To me, it feels extremely good to be able to be there for my loved ones when they are in the low. It makes me feel so happy to know they trust me enough to show their more vulnerable side. Especially guys. I see a lot of men being taught they have to bottle things up and suppress their emotions, and how it's normal for them, and others to OBV. But this has been the most common case in my experience, and it makes my heart ache. To all the guys, and everyone else reading this, don't be scared to be vulnerable. I'm sure it can be terrifying and hard to open up to people, but there is always going to be someone you can turn to. I promise. You will find people who care, the people who are good for you to be around. I love you guys. Take care. Less than 3. WTF is this comment section? Geez. Can't be perfect, but generally it's better to learn to self-soothe as much as you can. You should also learn when the proper time to let loose and when you are required to act. Someone has to be the adult in the room, and typically as an adult your family will look to you. I also think men should bring back a little more of the male community. I try and let my friends know that they can unload with me. A great example is I had a friend that lost 2 kids at birth and neither of them were doing okay. In that situation he needed be the rock, and I was gladly someone he could talk to about it. Another was I had a friend with PTSD after multiple tours. His wife definitely wasn't going to be able to wrestle that gun out of his mouth. He's good now. Men need other men more they think. My advice is to be the man you want your friends to be. You tend to develop that type of relationships from it. Yes. It's okay to cry in front of anyone regardless of your gender and who's in front. But it should be especially okay to do so in front of a close one. No matter what anyone says here. It's not.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.